Airbnb has created a way to support hosts and provide us peace of mind with their insurance policy. In today's video, I'm going to be going over what host protection insurance is. Before we do, make sure you guys subscribe and turn on that notification. Hey everyone, my name is Jorge Contreras. I've grown my short-term rental business to over 6 figures a month, and I'm excited about today's topic, although this is going to be a short video. You know, one of the biggest concerns that new Airbnb hosts have is when it comes to insurance and what happens if the guests destroy my property, what happens if they trash it, if they don't do fill in the blank. So we're going to cover that right now so that by the end of this video you truly have peace of mind and start your short-term rental business ASAP. Now I'm actually going to read this directly from the Airbnb website, so here we go. Top to bottom protection, always included, always free, only on Airbnb. A $1 million insurance. You are protected, even in the rare event that a guest is hurt. $1 million protection. We cover damage by guests to your space and belongings, including valuables. Pet damage protection. Not to worry, unexpected damage done by four-legged guests is covered. Deep clean protection. We compensate you for unexpected cleaning costs. Income loss protection. Airbnb reimburses loss of income if you cancel confirmed guests due to damage. There's a 14-day filing window, which we're going to talk about in a second, and you have 14 days to report the damage, even if you are booked back to back. That's what it says on the website. And some of that stuff, like, it's true, it is true, but I want to give you guys my feedback after hosting short-term rentals now for more than 5 years, and again, building my business to over 6 figures a month. I currently own, sublease, and manage. Most of my properties are on the arbitrage model and the purchasing side. So let's go over this. The first thing is that if you own a short-term rental business, your normal home insurance policy is not going to give you the protection that you have, because when you have a normal homeowner's insurance policy, that is designed for you to live there and for you to have all the protections that normal homeowners insurance is supposed to cover. Now, if you had long-term rentals, long-term tenants in your property, that's something that you would have to notify your insurance broker about. And then you may even want to require your long-term tenants to have renter's insurance for additional coverage. So let's say you buy a property, you have your normal homeowner's insurance, and then a few months later you watch one of my videos and you decide, or someone else's videos, and you decide to start a short-term rental business. Well, you need at that point to get short-term rental insurance, because they are completely different. You don't want to rely on just the insurance that Airbnb provides. You could never have too much insurance as an entrepreneur. So get your own short-term rental insurance. There's a ton out there. Just go on Google and type short-term rental insurance. There's a company called Proper that has become, I always joke, the Proper Insurance is Proper Insurance, and my students are like, what do you mean? Well, again, the name of the company is Proper. But even ask your broker, because like I said, there are so many short-term rental insurances out there that offer now short-term rental. Let's move on to the second strategy. What if you are subleasing a property? Now what type of insurance you have? Well, you still need to get short-term rental insurance, and of course you need to discuss with your broker and let them know, hey, I am renting a property here at 123 Main Street and I'm using it as an Airbnb. Can you provide me a quote so that I can have the proper insurance? Because it is going to be different if you own the property versus if you're renting the property. And again, you could never have too much insurance. You want to have the right coverage. So no matter what, get short-term rental insurance. The next thing, the insurance that I just went over or just read off their website basically talks about this 14-day window. Now this has changed over the years, but as of right now, the date of this video, you have a 14-day window in order to file a claim. Let me give you an example. Imagine the guest left your property, really dirty. They didn't do the dishes. They left trash everywhere, boxes. It's just a lot of trash everywhere, okay? And and your cleaning crew is saying that it's going to be an additional cleaning fee because it's basically twice the work, and so you want to now submit a claim. So you do have a 14-day window to submit the claim, and it used to be that you needed to submit it before the next guest checks in. Well, as of the date of this video, they changed it, and now you don't have to submit it before the next guest checks in, although I do recommend it, because whenever you're submitting a claim, it really is about who has the most proof. Whoever has the most proof wins. This is why in my other videos, if you've checked them out, if not, check them out, I talk about making sure that after each cleaning, your staff provides pictures, and then they upload them to your WhatsApp or Slack, wherever your communication, platform you're using. And this way you actually have a timestamp, so that when you submit the claim, you can show proof and say, look, I received these pictures from my cleaning crew after the guest checked out. Here's what it looked like. And again, you want that timestamp. Now, I'll be honest, out of all the claims we've ever submitted about minor repairs or cleaning or whatever it is, we've received money probably about 90% of the time. And there's been about 10% of the time where we should have received money from the guest and we didn't. And if I was to guess, maybe 50% of that time, Airbnb covered it out of their pocket, but then the other 5%, we ended up not getting any money, period. So that's what that was referring to as, like, loss of income, or if the guest was unable to pay or whatever the reason. But just know that it's not going to be perfect. The truth is, you're not going to get money 100% of the time, although close to it. And so you just want to be prepared for those things, so that you have, I want to make sure that I set the right expectations for those of you that are just getting started, in this new journey. Here's another thing to know when it comes to submitting claims. There was one time I had this family that came from Mexico, and they left the house, a little extra dirty than normal. Not a lot, but not a little, like a little lot, if you know what I mean. And my team submitted a claim, basically charging the guest a second cleaning fee, just like we stated in the description and in the booking agreement, because in our checkout procedures, it clearly states, do your own dishes, take care of all the major stuff, like don't leave any trash. We will take care of all detailed deep cleaning. Well, they didn't do that. So we submitted a claim, and the guest got upset. They're like, well, why should we have to pay? So then they left us a bad review. And the only reason they left a bad review is because we submitted a claim. So here's a hack for you. Whenever you're going to submit a claim, what I tell my team is, hey, text the guest, contact the guest, and say, hey guest, thank you so much for staying at our properties. We're still continuing to build our reviews, and we would really appreciate, a 5-star review in order to help us continue to grow, our Airbnb business. As soon as they leave their review, boom, you submit the claim. What's going to happen is you're going to get an honest review, because if they really did have a 5-star experience, they're going to leave you a 5-star review, and right after they submit their review, you leave yours, and now boom, nobody can change it. So you submit the claim after. So now you get the honest review and you get the claim, and as long as you have all the sufficient proof, again, 95% chance you'll be able to recoup that money. That being said, everybody, check out one of my other videos above where I talk about how to pitch landlords, the arbitrage model, the management model, how to start with no money out of pocket. And I got some free trainings coming up, as well as a free ebook. Check them all out in the description down below. And if you have any other tips when it comes to insurance or anything for that matter, type them in the questions down below. Thanks so much for watching. See you on the next one.